Okay.
John, do you get a lot of referrals?
Me? Oh yeah, absolutely. Referrals are a blessing in disguise. Obviously, word of mouth is the best form of advertising you can possibly get. So we get a lot from realtors, probate attorneys, senior centers, and then also we get it from just clients we've done work for.
Yeah, past customers.
Yeah, they'll refer us to someone else, and so it's a good thing.
So that people tell you, hey, my I don't know, my brother-in-law used you I don't know, 2 months ago, or said good things. So I want you to come out and do what you do for me. Kind
Absolutely.
Of thing. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's a really good thing.
So when you bring in the estates, then or clean out the estates, do you turn around and like sell whatever you've collected, like coins or comic books or like that, and then?
Well, I mean,
how does it work?
Okay, well, it's tough. The majority of the stuff that you go see, so, again, I mentioned before, you go in a house and there's 1,000 things. 900 just going right into the trash, get disposed of. Certain things might be able to go to a Savers, Salvation Army, give them to someone else less fortunate. And then there's certain things you can sell. The key with that is majority of the stuff, it is about a quick flip. It's not that mentality, we were told to hold on to this 10 years from now, this is going to be worth a fortune.
Yeah.
10 years from now, it's going to be worth even less. So get rid of it, bless you, get rid of it as quickly as possible. Whatever you make. So if you can, but sometimes you got to hold on to it for a little bit.
Where do you sell some of this stuff?
All over.
Yeah.
You have certain clients you
Coin
deal with.
collectors,
Yeah.
things like that?
Well,
Okay.
it's not just that. It's like it's all over, United States, but it's tough. It's a lot of research, you got to do, and it's not as promising as you hope it to be.
Now, when you say, I can get $1,000 for this, and you end up making $250.
Yeah. Well, you learn that firsthand,
Yeah.
and then when you go to meet with this client that thinks the same thing as well,
Yeah.
you can educate them and also show them. So you try to be very transparent right from the get-go, so they themselves aren't like, oh, well, yeah, he's not lying, he's right there. You know?
We might have asked you this last time that you were here, and I know you go out to homes and estates, but do you ever do like that television show where they go to the storage units? And bid on those?
Long story short, I did that long time.
I'm good for a long story.
Yeah, long time ago, and I was one of those gentlemen that when you showed up, everybody was like, "All right, there must be something good here. John's here," and
so we're gonna try to outbid him. Ooh, John wants this, so we better.
And that whole storage show is just a bunch of crap.
Okay, well, like most TV.
Well, most people.
How do you really feel about it?
The thing with that is they would go to certain antique places and grab 5 or 6 things, and they would place them in these storage things. And you see these guys paying $1,000 for a locker that I'd probably walk away from and wouldn't even bid on. And then they go to commercial and they find this Picasso, and a locker where somebody threw a grenade in it. So it's all about just getting ratings and publicity, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, sure.
But storage, very far and few, and I do mean this, probably 1 out of 100, did you find something that you went, this was worth it.
That's something.
This was worth it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that too, because, and they always say, well, I can sell this for 10, and you see
Yeah,
the tally is tallying up.
Yeah.
I said, but do they really sell it for that amount of money?
No.
They paid, let's say they paid $500 for this storage unit.
Yeah.
But did they really make their money back?
Right. And the downside of that is most people don't have that common sense mentality. Is if you went and you say hypothetically you bought a storage unit for $100, and you start calculating, I can sell this. Yeah, okay, whatever. You're not, but whatever. And then you have your labor. So even if you pay yourself $10 an hour, your time is worth something. You're not doing it for love.
Sure.
And you have trash. Trash is trash. You can't avoid that. So you start tabulating all those things in your head. You know how much you're in the hole before you even start.
Mm-hmm.
So when they do that in storage it doesn't really happen. That's just so people watch and they go, oh, he spent $500, he made $1,500.
Yeah.
The reality, he spent $500, he probably lost $150.
remember, I just wonder how many people think, hey, I could do this too.
Mm.
But what they're not showing you is how many storage lockers have really just nothing in it.
No.
All it is just.
And a lot of them
clothes
are
or stuff like
staged
that.
now.
I'm sure they are.
They're online, they're staged, they take all the trash, they throw in the storage, and then you open it up and they put a Nike box with Nike shoes in front. And you're like, gee, would I leave my locker looking like that?
So you're saying it's not true, huh?
Yeah, just some people unfortunately get caught up. It's a reality show. And God's honest truth,
It's not reality.
2.5 years ago, I was approached by a TV reality show out of New York, and they wanted to do 6-show syndicate on my company. And I thought about it, and I said, they're like, you ever find anything really good? I said, well, like Jimmy Hoffa's Remains? And I was like, if I got to do this, I know it's going to happen. You got to have the drama, the stupidity, the pretty girls.
You're right.
And now people are going to watch it.
Yeah.
But it might hurt my business in the long run. So I was like, nah, I'm all set. Thank you.
I mean, you could clean out an estate, and the best thing you got was a decent rug, and the producers are gonna go, that's all we got.
Let's
go
stage
nowhere.
and do this, and you got to do this, you got to say this, and blah blah.
Someone run down and get a gold candelabra and stick it in the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna stage the reality. So.
Absolutely.
So if you like the show, great. And I actually enjoy watching Storage Wars, but please remember it is entertainment.
It's entertainment.
And it's just okay, and look at it for that matter. And I like seeing the auctioneer talk really fast.
Yeah, American Pickers is the same way. You go in.
Is that stage too?
Well, you go in, and I've been in. Guy has a gas globe, and he's like, I want to get like 800 for it. And I'm like, well, I can give you 250. He's like, well, I saw it on American Pickers. And I was like, oh God. And I was like, do you understand that's a reality show? So if they go out there, and the reason why they can't do the true cost of that kind of stuff is, hypothetically, let's just say this microphone in front of me. If I show up your house and you're like, I'm one of the sellers, I'm like, I can give you $2.50. You're like, oh, I was hoping for 10. We settled for 5. You can't do it on national TV. Nobody's going to watch it. Nobody watches it.
Right.
You're going to have no sponsors sponsoring, be on TV commercials, etc. So what do? Add drama, stupidity, hype up everything, pretty girls. Bing!
You got a show. That always got me in thinking when I was watching the pawn shop in Vegas, and those guys. That's good entertainment as well too, by the way. But they bring some in guy and say, we got this item and it's worth $1,000.
Yep.
And then they go to the pawn guy. He goes, all right, I'll give it to you. I'll buy it from you for $250. He just said it's worth $1,000.
Yeah.
Why aren't you giving me $1,000 for it?
Right.
Like, but I guess you gotta have the drama.
Absolutely.
So
You
there
do.
go.
Yep, you
Okay.
do.
All right, more of Coffee Hands coming up. This segment of the Coffee Hand program has been sponsored by attorney Bob Warner. We hope to have Bob back next week here on the Coffee Hand program.
Oh, I didn't make it back in time.
That's okay. We have our resident liberal who hates us just wrote in a comment.
What's that?
As usual, your panel fails to tell the entire story. Trump turned his back when Nancy Pelosi offered the traditional handshake.
No, he didn't. He didn't shake
He
Pence's
didn't shake
hand.
Pence's hand either. Right. I don't know any Democrat that would leave the party because she ripped the speech. No, maybe not maybe not any congressmen or senators, but people. That was the point I was trying to make. Giving hate monger Rush Limbaugh the Medal of Freedom shows how far we have fallen.
You see the latest with the Democrats and that whole caucus thing?
They haven't got it
Well, the
done
guy
yet.
who's in the lead right now, his wife runs that whole thing, the company that oversees everything, and so everyone was wondering how the hell did this guy get like the majority of the votes, and Biden's like in what,
Fourth place.
Sanders is like, is this going to happen to me again? Am I going to get
We'll just keep counting until it comes out the way we want it.
That's right. Trump keeps saying that. Bernie, they're doing it to you again. You got to pay attention. It's a fun business.
Mm-hmm.
You ever think about running for politics?
I've said this once. I would love to be the president of the United States, but I'd have to be an immortal. And it was like, why? I said, because it would try to kill me every single day. But there would be change. Still trying to find who really killed Kennedy.
You've been asking me about when King Jace can come in. Any Wednesday would be pretty good.
I don't think so.
No? Why not?
If you have a sponsor who uses this chair, King's not going to make it over there.
No. All right.
He's not going to get behind everybody who's sitting here to be
Sit
in
over
that
there.
nice chair over there. And you've got people who are accustomed to these chairs. You know, regular sponsors that come in every week get attached to a particular chair. We learned that a long time ago on Coffee Inn, so consider that before you make a final decision. And King Jace is too big in those robes to scoot around and back over there and sit in that little chair on the side. Not physically impossible, uncomfortable.
All right.
And that means that each of the people sitting in the chairs now feel like they have to move forward to let the king by. Overall, I just picture it as being not the best situation.
We'll find out who King Jace is soon, won't we, Dave?
Yes, and you'll get a chance to examine him right here on the Coffee and Show coming up soon, too.
Very good. This is Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards and John Nagel from Clean Slate Estates. We do have a note that's been written in, and it just says, as usual, your panel fails to tell the entire story. Trump turned his back when Nancy Pelosi offered the traditional handshake. Yes. Did he see the hand? He might have and just ignored it, or maybe he didn't see it. I'm not entirely sure of that, but he also didn't shake Mike Pence's hand.
Mike Pence hands, yeah.
So, and Pence didn't stick his hand out. So.
Can I stop you here?
Yep.
All right. If your entertainment is trying to berate people and that makes you feel good, then I'm very pleased that you did it. But that's not necessary. This is not a news program, folks. This is an opinion program. And so, thank you for adding your opinion to everybody else, but you don't have to ridicule someone else's opinion.
Right.
Okay. They go on to say, I don't know any Democrat that would leave the Democratic Party because she ripped up the speech. I didn't say, I didn't expect Congress people and Senate people to leave the Democratic Party. I expect regular people that align themselves as Democrats may leave the party because of what they said.
That was just theatrics. It's just stuff, you know, it's stuff, that's all.
And giving hate monger Rush Limbaugh the Medal of Freedom show how far we have fallen.
That's an interesting comment. Can we dwell on that for a moment?
Okay.
Since they put their opinion there. When you're in public office, you're still a person. You still have your own likes and dislikes like anybody else. He happens to like the conservative position. When I say he, I'm talking about the occupant of the president's office, and Mr. Limbaugh has been quite vociferous to the point of I think some people will interpret what he says and how he says it as hate. Just like I could, if I wanted to be hypersensitive about it, take the first sentence from this person's email and say, well, you don't have to be hurtful and hateful. By saying, as usual, you guys only don't have to say. Well, maybe I misunderstand them, but I mean, if I chose to look at it that way, I could look at it that way. Now, Rush Limbaugh, the way he goes about the entertainment of his program, he's an entertainer. He does it from a perch, looking down upon things, and a national perch, and this is the aura that he set up for himself. And yes, you could certainly take that as hate. I don't know that the man truly hates anything. I look at him as a professional who just goes and does a job. I don't particularly like what he does. I don't consume it. It's not for me. It's for other people.
Right.
God bless America. Everybody gets what they want.
Yep.
But the timing, of course, had to be because of his illness that he just announced the other day.
Yeah.
And it's a very serious illness. It's an illness that many people don't recover from. He's going to do his best to try to put it behind him.
Right.
And so, hate monger, well, those are hurtful words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm not so sure that I'm comfortable with those words. But, yeah, I mean, it's all showmanship and stupid stuff. I mean, people just do this stuff. I take it with a grain of salt.
All right. So, John, Clean Slate Estates, you come in, you clean out estates from people that have, one, passed away, and others just want their estates cleaned out.
Yeah,
Who just gathered too much
Actually,
stuff
one
over
would
the
be
years.
before it passed away, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And what you do also, you also get people that are preparing. So they're
Downsizing their nest.
Yeah.
The
and
kids
they're
are gone.
You know, I got a lot of stuff here, John.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how much stuff. So can you give me a hand to prepare this? Because in a year, I'm thinking about moving south or out west.
Okay.
Or getting into assisted living.
True.
Yeah.
Smaller apartment. My wife and I did that. We
Yeah.
got rid of the house in Pasco.
Streamline
and
yourself.
We moved back to Woonsocket in a
Yeah.
small apartment that's just the right size
Yeah.
for us.
Yep. We got,
Boy, did we throw away stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
we got 2 couches. We can't fit 2
Yeah, I
couches
think I said it last
anymore.
time you were here. I wish I'd known you then.
What's your phone number, John?
My number is 401-640-9385. Again, 401-640-9385.
And it's cleanslateestate.com.
Yep.
You can go check out you got videos up on your website, see what you do.
Oh yeah, if you go to my website, check it out thoroughly, and then go to the contact page. You can just scroll down to the bottom. You can see Instagram photos and YouTube videos.
Okay. And when you give a call, or when you get a call from someone,
Yep.
How fast do you turn around and get out to someo's place?
24 hours. Usually,
24 hours?
oh yeah. A lot of times, we did one the other day, huge estate, and I asked if she's going to be around later, and 2.5 hours later, I went out there to meet with them, and just.
That's got to be murder trying to get to everywhere who calls you in 24 hours.
You try, if not, most people, they want to set it up within, 3 or 4 days. But then you do get some people like, I'm in town for the next 2 days. Is there any way? And it's like,
That's
you
good
just,
now.
you
Yeah.
just do
You
it.
come right now,
You
yeah.
just do it, And they like that. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
All right. And do you give free estimates? You just come out and say?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, just come out and say, okay, this is what it's going to cost to clean the place out. Okay.
Yeah, like the one I went to yesterday. 2 days ago. I was there for 2.5 hours. That's how monstrous this was. We were going to be there for a week.
Before you even gave the estimate, you were there for 2.5 hours? Wow.
Just go.
Well, how do you
over
make an
there.
estimate unless you establish
Well,
the
you-
body of work to be done?
True.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's one of those ones. OMG.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a written estimate?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's
Yeah.
good. I just remember a time when I was having work done on my house. It wasn't a state thing. It was a driveway
Yep.
stuff. And I had 3 people come out, and I said, I want a written estimate. They all said yes, and 2 of them didn't do it.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the matter with you people?
Well, I'm on the old school Italian mentality. If I shake your hand, that's contract, but you can't. Nowadays, you need everything binding.
Sure. This is what you said. So.
No, it
Okay.
makes people feel better who didn't
Absolutely.
grow up like you did, that's all.
Yeah.
How many employees do you have, John?
Probably full. We're 10 with a couple of part timers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got administrators that just work in the office too, and like that. Keep them busy.
Keep everybody busy.
Okay. And you decide your home base is in Chepachet. What made you pick to make your base out there?
Well, I mean, I moved out to Harrisville in 2000, and I just like it. It's a quiet, laid-back town. Obviously, the history back there is one of the oldest towns. You still got a lot of your antique shops and everything out there as well. It's just very quaint, quiet, laid-back town.
Can you go to the antique shops and sell some of the stuff you gotten from the estates?
You could. I generally don't, because again, same thing. If you got something I know I can sell for $100, why I want to sell it to an antique shop for $25, so he can sell it for $100.
Good point. All right, so
that sounds logical.
So I guess depending on the size of the estate and the square footage, it talks about depends on how many guys come out to clean out the estate. So that one you were just talking about, is that a 5-guy job?
That's what Focal. Like we just did one 4 days ago in East Providence, and the brothers were funny. The brothers like, all right, John, it's just gonna take you a couple of days, anyways, right? I'm like, no. I said we should be pretty good in a day, and they were like, no way. Long story short, 3 o'clock comes rolling around. Roy comes in and he's just shaking his head. We're in the last room. He's like, I would never fathom, John. And he watched us, everyone work.
Yeah.
And he was just blown away. Just.
I've been amazed on people that work like that. Mostly we had to move my mother from one house to another.
Yep.
And I say, well, this is going to take a while. And the workers were like, no, we'll be done in about 3 hours. And just how quickly they move stuff out. I'm like, wow, they're right, and I was wrong.
Yep.
They can move this stuff out.
You work as a team.
You have an
Yes,
advantage
yeah.
too over your average customer.
Yeah.
Who would look at the stuff and remember the story behind it and be undecided about what they want to do about it. And all that. You look at it with a different perspective, a total objectivity, and say, that goes here, this goes there, we're going to do this with this.
Yeah.
And so you can move along a lot faster than the family can.
You have to be respectful, but at the same token, you have to detach yourself.
Yeah.
Because you are there to do a job, and you're trying to do it. Again, it's like I came up with the company name to close a chapter in that person's life, so they can start a clean slate with Clean Slate Estate Incorporated.
There you go. All right, if you can use John's services of Clean Slate Estate, if you're looking to just clean out what you have, he can come out and give you a free estimate. John, phone number for Clean Slate Estate?
Again, 401-640-9385.
Go online to cleanslateestate.com. John, thanks for coming in.
Yep, thank you very much.
All right, Dave, thanks for being here as well.
It's a pleasure.